Dunkirk.
A curtain of darkness hangs over the coast of Britain. The dark shadow of ships flash their signals to the shore. As dawn breaks, Pathé Gazette's cameraman is on a tiny merchant ship. He is risking his life to bring you the pictures. He is on his way to Dunkirk. Every few seconds he sees other ships returning, ships of all shapes and sizes, manned by sailors and merchantmen of Britain. Wireless operators are at their posts. Each ship is filled with the men of the BEF and of the French army in Flanders. They are on their way home from the hell that is Dunkirk. Since these pictures were taken, we have all heard the full story from the Prime Minister of how the Royal Navy, using nearly 1,000 ships, has brought back nearly 350,000 men. Now you are off burning Dunkirk. Now you are to see that evacuation in progress. You will see the Navy in action, Nazi planes overhead. You will see the beaches of Dunkirk under enemy fire, our own guns replying. You will see the calm waters dotted with hundreds of men as they wade or swim out to the ships. Here in pictures is the triumph that turned a major military disaster into a miracle of deliverance. Here in one staggering shot, the Allied armies come out from the shore. That one amazing picture symbolizes the miracle of deliverance, which in the words of the Prime Minister was achieved by valor, by perseverance, by perfect discipline, by skill and by unconquerable vitality. All the might of the German Air Force failed to stop them. We beat them back. We got our armies away. And the enemy paid fourfold for our losses. And now we're on our way home. The ships are gliding into a British port. The men of the BEF are stepping once again onto British soil. The men who were carried out of the jaws of death. For a time also we are playing host to thousands of French soldiers. Let us show them how we feel about the way they fought side by side with us. But the greatest tribute must go to the men of the rear guard. Their job was to fight on until the evacuation was almost complete. They have suffered terribly. They have left behind thousands of dead. They fought their last battle from the water's edge before they dived in and swam out to the ships. Most of them are very dirty and pretty ragged, but they're unshaken and not a bit shy. And now we look to the future. The BEF will be rebuilt under its brilliant commander, Lord Gort. We shall go on to the end. We shall not fail. We shall fight on the seas and on the oceans. We shall fight in the air. We shall fight on the beaches, in the fields, in the streets and on the hills, as we fought in blazing Dunkirk. And like the men who smashed their way out from the hellish beaches of Flanders, we shall never surrender.
The Battle of Dunkirk, also known as the Dunkirk evacuation or the Miracle of Dunkirk, was a pivotal military operation that took place during World War II in 1940. It involved the evacuation of Allied soldiers from the beaches and harbour of Dunkirk, a coastal town in northern France, after the German invasion and rapid advancement through France. In May 1940, German forces launched a blitzkrieg lightning war invasion on France and the Low Countries, quickly defeating Allied defences and pushing British, French and Belgian troops back towards the English Channel. As the German army encircled the Allied forces and threatened to trap them on the beaches of Dunkirk, British Prime Minister Winston Churchill ordered the evacuation of Allied soldiers to prevent their capture or destruction. The Dunkirk evacuation, codenamed Operation Dynamo, began on May 26, 1940 and lasted until June 4, 1940. A motley flotilla of naval vessels, Merchant ships, fishing boats and civilian vessels known as the Little Ships of Dunkirk participated in the evacuation. Under heavy German air and artillery bombardment, the evacuation operation rescued over 338,000 British and French troops from the beaches of Dunkirk and transported them across the English Channel to safety in England. The operation was a remarkable logistical feat and a testament to the courage and determination of the sailors, soldiers and civilians involved in the evacuation. The successful evacuation of Allied troops from Dunkirk was a turning point in World War II, allowing the British Expeditionary Force to regroup and continue to fight against the Nazi Germany. The evacuation of Dunkirk boosted morale in Britain and around the world, earning the operation the nickname Miracle of Dunkirk for its seemingly miraculous success in the face of overwhelming odds. The evacuation of Dunkirk also had strategic implications, preserving a significant portion of the British Army and enabling the Allies to continue the fight against the Axis powers.